Hello everybody, and welcome back to whatever this kind of video is. I am your host, Holes in Shirt Boy, Chan, and this is the series I'm starting to do, where I take your opinions, I take your hot takes, and I react to them, I guess. Give my valued opinion. You guys seem to really like it when I did this last time. I asked you all again. I asked you on Facebook, Twitter, even you guys left some YouTube comments. So let's just jump into them. Crash Team Racing is the best kart racer of all time, better than any Mario Kart. No. I say this because Mario Kart is the OG. You gotta respect the OG. You can't step up to the OG. That's why Crash Team Racing is not a series anymore until this year. That's why the other games that came out after that do not exist. But Mario Kart just kept getting better. CTR, after that, any Crash Team game that came out after that kind of plateaued after a while because people were just getting the same thing. Now, if you want to basically compare CTR to Mario Kart 64, about the games that came out at the same time, yes, okay, CTR is better. It's more animated, you know, the mascot, I guess Crash has more personality than Mario does because Mario is just obviously a one-trick pony at this point. Now, if you want to compare CTR, the PS4 or whatever remake, to Mario Kart 8, it's not even close. Mario Kart 8 has so much better tracks. The tracks are more memorable. The music is more memorable. The items, they're just a lot better. CTR, like I said, has more personality to it. But you also got to think it's also tainted by microtransactions. I guess it just all comes down to you like a game that's simple, or you like a game that has more depth and you can, I guess, do more with it. Is that the right? I hate the drifting in CTR. Like, I remember playing it and I absolutely hated it because it's like you drift, you gotta hit a button, you gotta hit a button. Mario Kart just fucking does that for you. Like, how was that? Like, I'm not driving a car, and if I'm drifting, I don't have to keep hitting a fucking gas pedal to try to go faster. It's just gonna do it for me. But I guess, like I said, it all comes down to preference. I prefer Mario Kart. It's the OG. No other game can touch it. But CTR is a close second. If the gaming industry as a whole continues down the current path they are on, gamers are screwed, as well as gaming in the public eye. I hate to say this to you, homie. I think gaming's kind of screwed already. They didn't do it, or like game company. No, I don't even want to say game companies. I'm saying the publishers, because the people that make the game aren't really at fault here. Like I said, the last comment I made about CTR, they said, like, hey, we're not gonna add microtransactions to it because we know it's for you guys. But then out of nowhere they had fucking microtransactions. So I think it's the publishers. I don't think it's the gaming in itself. Because I don't think that, you know, a game developer goes into it thinking, I'm gonna try to scam these people as much money as they can. I think it's the I think it's the publisher's pressure to do it. And also where gaming gets blamed for mass shootings and stuff, which is ridiculous. It's fucking read an article, okay? Gaming is not linked at all to violence. This is just a hot take video. I'm not going into science, but I mean, you know, but also back to what we were saying before, I think gaming is kind of ruined unless there is a massive overhaul shift with gamers, us, because you see with Battlefront 2 where they did the whole microtransactions thing and that whole shit show. The gamers kind of said, no, that's not okay, that's fucked up, we don't want this. Then they you know, flipped their opinion on it, on the whole micro loot box thing. So it's us that we have to be the one to change it. We can only change it with our wallets. But at the same time, I think it also, you know, gaming has trends. And I think one of the hot trends now is battle royales. I mean, it's been that way for like 2-3 years. So if you think that's ruining gaming, I don't think it is. But I think it's more corporate greed that's ruining gaming than, you know, games themselves. Army Men 3DO is a top 10 PS1 game. I agree. The Assassin's Creed franchise, outside of 2 specific games, is largely underwhelming. Though they could have done so much more with different historical events to make the overall series even better. Yeah, they could have done more with the different historical events, but also history is, everyone who likes history, like myself, has favorite historical periods that they like. My favorite Assassin's Creed, a lot of people don't agree with me, is Assassin's Creed 3. I love the whole story. A lot of people's favorite is Black Flag. That is not like an Assassin's Creed game. Assassin's Creed's not really a stealth game. If they would have done more with stealth, I think it would have been a better game. But I think Ubisoft was like so focused on trying to be historically accurate and shove in as many historical references as possible that they kind of forgot to make an interesting and, you know, game. There was more I was going to say there, but I think not being an interesting game kind of, because it is forgettable. You know, the Assassin's Creed games, I remember 3 because I beat it like once or twice, but I've played almost all of them, and I can't remember the story from most of them. I know in 2 you were in Italy and you meet Da Vinci, but I don't remember how any of those games end. I think Warframe should get more spotlight. I mean, it's free to play, game style is unique, has the greatest amount of customization I've seen in a cooperative action role-playing third-person shooter game. You can progress through the game on hard work alone and don't need to spend a single cent, and has won over so many Destiny players as well as players from Anthem. Poor Anthem, I actually had hope in it. Yes. Warframe is now, like, in the past like year or two, is now getting the love I think it kind of deserved all along. Because when Destiny 2 came out, I feel like, because I like Destiny 2, like, I'm not a very critical person, but a lot of people hated it. And they see that, you know, corporate greed kind of got in the way of that because of putting things behind a paywall and like having DLCs being locked. People saw that and they were like, this is not cool. But Warframe, this free to play game that's over here, just surpasses all of these $60 games that just came out of nowhere, but by slowly building up a devoted fan base and by slowly listening to the players. Because I feel like a lot of game companies, like, yeah, we listen to you, but they do the same thing again. Warframe is like, okay, we listen to you and we're going to take that into consideration. One of my favorite stories actually came from Warframe, and someone please correct me if I'm wrong, but they had this like slot machine where you can put money in it, slot machine, get parts or whatever. I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't know the story that well. I just know the ending. And I don't know who made Warframe, but they saw that whales, if you don't know what a whale is people that go into those kind of games, spends hundreds and thousands of dollars to a game. Inflates the market, which, whatever. They see whales were abusing it because they could put all this money into it, but people that can't were getting shit out of luck. They weren't getting anything. And they're like, you know what? That's not cool to the little guy. Take it out. That is awesome. I think more developers need to have that mindset, which, you know, reinforces that we listen to you and we care what you think mentality. So yeah, I think Warframe probably is the best, if not one of the best MMOs. And it's free. Like, go out and download it. It's a huge download, but just go out and play it. It's a lot of fun. The Seahawks should have ran the ball. You goddamn right they should have. Tangled is a terrible Disney film. One of the worst they have ever made. But what's funny about that whole thing is not the comment as bold as it was. It was just like the people, like everyone just like arguing at this one guy. And it's just awesome. I don't think Tangled is a terrible movie. I don't think it's great because I've forgotten most of it. The only reason I remember the plot of it is because of Kingdom Hearts 3, which is a whole nother thing that I will get into on another day. But I don't think it's bad. I think it's good. I think it's a decent film. I think it's mid-tier. But I think it's okay. But people just really love their Disney. I'm looking at these again, and it's just, whew, I love it. Is that rain? Is that raining right now? Nope, it's a sunny day outside. Detroit Become Human has replayability, a first for those games in my opinion, and one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. I'm assuming he's saying heard. Absolutely. Like, Detroit is so good. And it really shows, like, Telltale canceled. Telltale got shut down, I think last year, this year. I mean, it's coming back now. But it really shows that when you take the time to make a good game with multiple branching story arcs, it really shows how good a game like that can be. Like, how great of a medium it could be to just tell just a good story, letting your choices impact the entire thing. Detroit is so... I hate the fact I only played it this year when it was free for PlayStation, because I missed out on such an amazing experience, and I haven't beaten it yet. I'm like halfway through it, I think, but God, he's right, and the music is so good, and the acting is incredible, and just every little detail, like looking at a book, you know, can have serious impact later on, because you didn't know this one thing later on, or the fact that, you know, you told this person to wear this certain thing affects the story later. Like, it's just so good. And Telltale's just here like, oh, that person's dead. The ending is still the same. I think if Telltale, I'm going off a tangent here, but if Telltale had that mindset, just took the time to just release the entire game, not episodic, just the entire game at once, maybe take 2, 3, 4 years to just make one IP, and did what, you know, what Quantum Dream is doing, I think that's what they're called. Just do what they're doing. I think that everyone would forgive them, people would buy it again, and it would just be like, you know, like point and click adventure games would come back in full force. But nope, corporate greed. I think that's the theme of this video, is people are dicks and they like their money. Spider-Man has showed us the future of comic book media outside of books is in video games. Yep. But I think Marvel movies have done that for much longer than 10 years. I mean, Marvel comic book movies have been around for a while, but Marvel, the MCU, really has shown us that comic books can be anything now. And Spider-Man, I'll even argue Batman, even Spider-Man 2, and back in like 2004, 2005, back then, Arkham Asylum back in 08, 10 maybe, that really showed that, okay, comic books can be video games. And then I think Spider-Man PS4 is the best superhero video game out there. Don't even at me. Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, but yeah, I think gaming is a great medium to show people that superheroes can be in anything anymore. Like, not just movies or comic books. It's games. I think games are the future. Just really hope Square Enix does something with that Avengers game, because it looks like a mobile game. I swear to you, I have seen mobile games that look exactly like that. I have faith. I think it'll be okay. All right, there's 2 comments by the same person. So this one kind of puts me in a bind a little bit. I'm gonna read the whole comment, but it's what he says at the end. I kind of want to give my opinion on. Oof! Insinuating that Ocarina of Time may not hold up is a rough take. Played the 3DS one, and I still think it's a wonderful game. I should have said that in my original video. I have played the 3DS version. I love it. I think it fixes almost every issue that the original game had. But he says Majora's Mask was better, though. I am in the minority that does not like Majora's Mask. And I'll say this because I think I'm just sick of the hype around it. Like, I'm not here to change your mind. This is just my opinion. This is just my hot take. I don't think Majora's Mask is that good. It's good, but I don't think it's great. The reason I say that is because it's infuriating. Like, I do a thing, and then, oh, the reverse time. Oh, that thing never happened. Like, okay, Chandler, it's the whole point. Like, you're going back in time, and how is the thing gonna represent if, you know, if it's three days bad? You did that in the 3rd day, Chandler, not in the 1st day. It's a fucking Zelda game, and I don't know. I think I'm just salty that I didn't realize you can slow down time until like halfway through it. I don't know, just something about it just really... I was like, okay, it's cool. It's alright. I get it. I was like, it's okay. I don't know. I'm not a critic. I'm not an analyst when it comes to games. I just give my opinion. I'll give your guys's. I'm a vessel for your opinions. I just gave you mine. I'm gonna get crucified. So here's his actual comment. I think there needs to be a serious conversation about how important Doom 2016 was for gaming in general. Oh, fuck. I can go to talk about Doom for a while. Those you want to talk about it? I think Doom, I don't think it revolutionized gaming. I think it revolutionized first-person shooters. When I edit this video, I'm gonna do little research But did Wolfenstein The New Order come out before Doom? I think it did. I think they're also working on it at the same time. Machine Games and id Software, I think they're working on it roughly at the same time. But Doom showed that, you know, and it kind of brought back this old feeling that I had, that as long as your game is fun, you know, you don't need to have a story in your face. Not every game needs to tell a elaborate story, even though Doom has a lot of lore in it, and there's like a lot of journals that you can read if you have the time to look at them. There's like lore and everything in that game. But it's a game that prioritized fun first. A game that prioritized gameplay, you know, beautiful visceral combat. I think it just prioritized that first, and then the story was like, we need a vessel to kind of get him to fight another big demon kind of thing. But I don't think it was as revolutionary to the gaming genre as a whole. I mean, if you think it is, let me know in the comments below and how exactly it revolutionized gaming. But the only thing I saw Doom change was first-person shooters and that style of like single-player focused shooters, I guess, because you know you had Wolfenstein that came out 2-3 years later. Then you had like Borderlands, which is now adopting, you know, the run and gun slide shoot thing. You know, Titanfall kind of came. I know Titanfall came out before it, but you gotta respect the OG. Doom was the first. Was it Doom or Wolfenstein? I think Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein came first. Why does Doom get all the credit? But I think Doom was the more easily accessible one, because I know you're fighting Nazis. I guess people were like, "Oh, that's not cool." But like I said, I'm not a gaming historian. Go subscribe to the Gaming Historian. You're subscribed to me because you want my opinion. I don't know, man, but that's what I think. I think Doom revolutionized first-person shooters, and I think Doom 2016 is easily my top 3 first-person shooters. It's that good. Maybe even 1. No, Wolfenstein: The New Colossus is number 1. We might get into that later on. But guys, thank you so much for liking, for commenting, for subscribing. Thank you for leaving comments on my Facebook, my Twitter. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have a Snapchat. I do have a Snapchat, but good luck finding me on there, you know. But again, I thank you guys so much for, you know, having a conversation here. It's really a lot of fun. I like reading your comments. I like hearing from you guys. It gives me stuff to talk about. I love talking about games. This is a new microphone. I figured I'd point that out because this is probably super obvious. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like below. Comment, because as much as I love hearing from everyone, I don't want to the same 5 people commenting. I mean, I do. Please comment. But I want more people, more variety of things I can talk about. And I know it's a month late, but if you guys like it, comment. Tell me games I should play. God, I need to end this video. See you guys later. AgentBlackieChan signing off.